Did you miss me? Yeah, fucking Memorial Day, my gym closed too early for me to go. And then yesterday, I just felt like shit. Like I got home from work and I just fucking slept. But we're back on track, right? So headed over to Metro Fitness. I'm pretty much gonna be going there most of the summer, honestly. Like it's basically just the best gym around. Like I'll still hit the Planet Fitness and shit, but this one's just the best. At least, well, like think about it this way, I can do a perfectly good arm day at a Planet Fitness, right? Because for me, my arm training is just dumbbell curls with like, fucking dumbbells. What am I talking about? And cables and like preacher curl machines, and then triceps is pretty much just cable pushdowns, right? So Planet Fitness is perfectly well equipped. But for chest, like today, you know, I don't know if I really want to just do the Smith machine bench. Plus, the one at Planet Fitness kind of sucks. Like it's not like a real barbell. If you've been, you know what I'm talking about. Uh, and this gym has an actual hammer strength incline press. Hard to beat. Hard to freaking beat. So, basic idea. I think I'm not gonna fuck with barbell today. I think I'm gonna stick with machines. So I'll probably start off with I think incline Smith, then move on to that hammer strength, then probably a variety of flies, either with a pec deck or with cables. It's just a little different feeling on either. And then gonna throw some shoulders in. So if you've been itching for some shoulder training, or if you just want to see me spam lateral raises like usual, then you're in luck. So nothing else to talk about. Let's just fucking get in there. I'm excited. Okay, good. Fucking so pre-chest, I'll always just throw around, I don't know, lightweight on the tricep pushdown, like one arm at a time. Because you got to think, when you're doing a heavy pressing movement, you're working your triceps too. You want them to be fucking warm. So I do a couple of sets of that, and then I'll throw in some forearm curls. Just because sometimes I'll get like a little bit of elbow pain if I don't warm them up. Or, well, maybe not elbow. What would the inside of my fucking elbow be called? Whatever. Then I do some shoulder mobility work with dumbbells. The shit like this. So I threw a plate on for a few reps. Did 2 plates for a few reps. Let's see how 3 feels, and then we can get probably a top set started. Uh, uh, I don't know if I want to do 4 plates. That might be a little freaky. We'll see. Yeah, fuck it. All right. Let's hit 4. A little too heavy. I could not get one more of those. So, fuck it. I'm feeling fatigued. I think I was fucking sick yesterday. I didn't like have a stuffy nose or anything other than like allergies. So, you know, who knows. But perfect example of like, if one day shit feels off or like you're just a little bit weaker, still fucking just go as hard as you can, you know? Like, if your max effort set is just less reps or less weight than usual, you still win max effort. You get what I'm saying? Oh. All right, let's go get some hammer strength machine done. Let's think about this for a moment. I just did some working sets of Smith machine bench. Pretty fucking heavy, right? So my pecs, they're prepared to handle some weight. But oh crap, this is a whole new machine. I need to do a couple warm-up sets and get used to it. No, that's if I'm doing dumbbell curls and I get up to my top set and then I move on to cable curls, my biceps are still fucking ready for a lot of weight, you know. Unless you're moving on like a new machine where you really don't know how strong you are on it, I don't see the point of doing like feeler sets, right? You should, well, as a beginner, I guess you're gonna have to, but you know, the more advanced of a lifter you become, you'll just have a good gauge of how strong you are, right? But and that's just gonna keep going up. Like, if I was a more enlightened lifter, I would have known that 4 plates is a little too heavy. So even I've got room to grow there. But this 3 plates in a 25 is pretty much as I'll be able to do for 8 or 10. I'm honestly being a little bit hopeful. But let's fucking hit it, see what we got. Okay, let's do one more with that weight. Whew. Nice. Actually, a little lighter. Fuck. Okay. I'm not really feeling this machine that much. I'm gonna move on. Okay. Basic pec fly. Kind of hard to fuck this one up. Uh, I am slightly strongly opinionated about one thing, the pec deck related, and that's doing them in a way that biases your lower chest, right? When I see people do this, oh, 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 fucking makes me cringe, man. You're not. Uh, it's no better than just doing normal. Plus, then you're just fucking getting more lower chest in, which you don't need, as you can tell by the fact that I only ever do incline pressing movements. You know, unless you legitimately have a lacking lower chest, which I have yet to see ever, then you should be fucking doing incline presses, incline bench, incline hammer strength. Obviously, when I do this flat fly, it's kind of just working the whole pack. But Whatever. Whatever, that's all right. You know, I'm not saying don't do flat anything, but decline? What the fuck, man? Two more. Jesus. So, you know, the range of motion's decent in the beginning. And towards the end of the set, you know, I'm just fucking bouncing it over here in the hole. Well, what is essentially the hole on a pec fly. But I think that that's way more beneficial, right? If you were to just stop your set once you couldn't touch your hands together anymore, I think you've still got juice left in the tank, which if you tried to get out by doing those partial reps, it's going to give you a bit more, well, it's at least going to give you a better pump. And I'm reasonably sure it's going to give you better gains as well. So 2 more sets of something. I don't know what exactly. Let's find out. I think just 2 sets of fucking cable presses should finish this fucking pump off very well. Oh, shit. Okay, pump check inbound. Pump check inbound. All right, this music is kind of loud. I might have to trim it so I don't get copywritten. But fuck, what was that? 3 movements? No, 4 movements for chest. Whatever. If that incline hammer strength felt good, I would have just done a few more sets of that and then finished with the pec deck. You know, there's no point doing like 5, 6 exercises for a lift and then doing like 3 sets of each. You know, for me, the volume that I aim for is about 8 to 12. So I do like, I just did 11 sets of chest. And that's still up for discussion. You know, that's not a proven number. I've been hearing a lot of talk about lower volume training, like 6 sets per lift, or even less. Maybe they know what they're doing. Maybe I'm a fucking asshole wasting my time in here doing 11 when I could get the same gains or better from 6. But 11's just how I've been doing it, so I'm not really gonna change it up right now, at least. But it's definitely good to change up your training over time. You know, nobody knows exactly how to do this shit, right? Holy shit, dude. That's a pump among pumps. That is holy crap, dude. That's fucked up. Oh. I feel like somebody took a goddamn tire pump straight to the chest. Okay, I'm gonna sit here for 1 more minute. Oh. Oh. All right. So as we can see from the fucking visuals, we're pumped to all hell. Yeah, let's get some veins going. Oh, I'm gonna fucking pass out if I do that too hard. Okay. I'm honestly speculating if I want to skip shoulders right now. Because I mean, what do you think? Are they there? Do I have big shoulders? Fuck. You'll find out in the next clip whether or not I skipped them. Oh. So, good luck if you wanted to see it. Oh my god. All right. You can never be too big. We're not skipping shoulders, even though they're a strong point. We're gonna fucking hit them. So, shoulders is my simplest lift, apart from calf raises, or apart from calves, just because calves is just calf raises. But I'll pretty much do 2 movements each. I think I'll only do 8 sets. I don't need a full 11. It's within range. I just got to keep them pumped. So I'm probably going to do 4 sets of this reverse pec deck. Moderate weight. It's pretty heavy. And then I'll move on to something else. So I'm just going to show one of these, but I'm doing 4. But it's going to be the same set every fucking time. There's no point seeing multiple. And with these, try not to row. See what I'm doing right now? How I'm moving my shoulders backwards, right? That's gonna fuck you up because that's gonna end up working your traps and shit like that. When I'm doing these, I'm trying not to move my shoulders forward or backward at all. All I'm trying to do is rotate them, right? Because that's what your rear delt does. It just rotates your shoulder about your what is it, your shoulder socket? Yeah. So let's hit it. So shoulders, I don't end up going for crazy heavy weight. It's really more so about getting a good squeezing, burning feeling at the top of the reps. So I don't really love double arm face pulls. I end up using so much weight that it's hard to fucking balance in midair. It's just fucking annoying. So I'll do some single arm. It's almost easier for me to get a squeeze with it too. But it's kind of tricky because you're doing a rowing motion, but you're trying not to use your lats or your traps or anything else. You're trying just to use rear delts. So a little bit of an acquired feeling, if you will. I'm about to hit some side freaking delts. So what do I want to do? Well, let's think about how your side delt works, right? It takes your arms from here to here. Whoa. So fucking dumbbell side lateral raises are fucking perfect. If I had to pick one movement for side delts, this is what it would be. But it's good to change it up as well. There's a variety of different, what would I call them? Maybe not training tenets, training philosophies. Obviously, you want to do movements that where you're strong on, you can move a lot of weight, like I did on that heavy bench and shit. But towards the end of the lift, it's also good to do some lighter squeezing movements, like the cable presses and those pec deck flies. So, at the end of the day, as long as your sets are hard and you do some heavy shit in the beginning, maybe some lighter shit at the end, perfect. And by light, I don't mean light. I mean just as heavy as you can go in your weakened state for 10 to 20 reps. Get it? If I were to try to do if for whatever reason I wanted to finish the chest workout with Smith machine bench, I would still go as heavy as I could for those last 2 sets or something. But the weight would be 2 plates or 2.5 plates, But let's just fucking hit these side delts. All right, let's move on. All right, that's about right. Oh yeah, so let's see, am I even in frame? I think so. Uh, for those curious, I did not get fucking Skull Crusher Evos. I just got the Beats Pros again. They're too good. They never fucking fall out. Love it. But enough of that. Honestly, I'm not like a crazy fan of this machine. I would prefer to do the one that has the pads for your elbows, like this. I just feel like that simplifies the movement, right? Because I mean, you know, rather than having to fucking hold on to it and make sure my elbow's not bending, like when I'm doing it with this machine, the one with the pads, you don't have to worry about your arm at all. All you're worrying about is the side-to-side motion. But I'm not going to deny killer squeeze, so I'm going to do 4 sets of this single arm. Then we can check the pump. I'll just show the one. But shoulders are already feeling tight. Okay, let's turn down the saturation. Or what am I saying? I always fucking call it saturation. Turn down the exposure. Simple tip to making your posing pictures or photos. Just pop a little. Just pop a little bit extra. So I feel like I feel like I'm about to play football. I feel like I've got fucking pads on right now. So let's see how they fucking look. Let's see, do they look more pumped than before? Oh yeah. There we go. The side is what gets you. Holy moly. Oh man. Let's get a quick little lat spread. Oh. Yeah, they're certainly pumped, all right. Holy shit. Holy moly. Yeah, all right. So, shoulders looking fucking capped as all hell. Ah, Jesus, just tensing them up like that fucking hurts. Just standing here relaxed, they're tight, very tight. So, if you'll notice, no front delt work. What's up with that? The front delt's part of your shoulder. Well, for the most part, lifters' front delts are going to be overpowered, right? Because just the action of doing a pressing movement, right? Sure, it's a lot of chest, but especially with incline as well, you're gonna get some front delt work in. You can't even avoid it. So I haven't been doing front delts for years. Like I could not tell you the last time I did seated dumbbell press. When I did do it, I used to love I used to love behind the neck Smith machine. That was my shit. Of course now I'm so fucking tight and inflexible I probably couldn't even get back there. But assuming you're reasonably flexible, I don't see too much of a problem with that movement. Behind the neck shit does get a lot of hate. But yeah, I mean, fucking just 8 sets of rear delts and then 8 sets of side delts. I ended up doing a set of dumbbells to finish. And so instead of doing 4 sets of that machine, I only did 3 and then just finished with the dumbbells. I mean, as I said before, those are my fucking favorite. So, look, nothing else to say, man. Chest got pumped, shoulders got pumped. Holy crap. Shoulders really got fucking pumped. What do you think? Death Star, Death Star 2. Ah. Okay, let's scram. Let's mosey on out of here and get some dextrose in my system. Holy shit. So, let's finally do a deep dive into the calf training. I've already done 6 sets. I'm gonna do 2 more. All I've done is sit here, and the sets looked exactly like this one. So, pay close attention. There we go. We got the calf cam. Let's see, can I fit right in here? Hey, you'll be able to see a little. I don't fucking know, whatever. Just calves. So, all I did, and all I do for calves, is I sit on a calf machine like that, not crazy weight, just get a pump, good burn. You know, I don't really do crazy heavy shit for my calves. This has just been working out. And I do this pretty much at the end of every lift. You understand? Maybe I'll zoom in to really get some emphasis. Let's see, yeah, I can't fucking really balance on anything. Whatever. You can kind of see it. But yeah, that's all I fucking do for calves. At the end of every lift that I leave myself enough time to do them. I'll be real with you, I've been known to skip calves sometimes. But then again, my calves aren't that small, so whatever. If your calves are small, you cannot be skipping calves. Dude, holy shit. So, now let's get out of here for real. Oh, close that bitch down. All right, let's just get the dextrose shake in the gullet before we say anything else. Blah. Oh, god damn. Yuck. Very sweet. So, was that complicated? For real? Right? Chest was just fucking incline barbell Smith, then the machine, and then some flies. A little bit of cable work as well. But anybody could have come up with that workout, you know? It's not rocket science. And then shoulders, I mean, that's just spamming lateral raises, you know? Uh, I'm not a huge believer in, like, going crazy heavy for shoulders. Like, I'm really just aiming to get my shoulders pumped up. But maybe that's just because they're kind of a strong point for me. So if your shoulders are fucking lacking, or if any particular body part's lacking, wouldn't it make sense to hit it maybe a bit harder, maybe a bit more frequently? You know, I would think so. If my chest was like way behind, maybe I would fucking only do back or something once a week, and do chest like every 3 days or something. You know, like when you're making your split, you know, I pretty much say for the basic realm of lifters, you're going to want to hit every muscle about twice per week, right? And, you know, take a rest day if you feel like you need it, whatever. But that's a pretty decent frequency. And then for each lift, like today, I did 11 sets of chest, 8 sets of those, 8 sets for side and rear delts, which pretty much fits into my recommendation of 8 to 12 sets per muscle group, right? Per lift, that's what I'm saying. Because if you do 8 to 12 sets, and they're pretty hard. Uh, by by the time you get into that range, you're fully pumped. You understand? And I mean, there's no benefit to lifting beyond the pump, right? Like when my chest is totally fucked, as much blood flow as fucking possible, that's it. It's done. Because if I keep doing more, for one thing, I'm probably gonna lose my pump, which anybody that's lifted for a long time knows what that's like. Or if somebody like fucking is talking to you for too long, or if you gotta take, if your stomach's rumbling and you gotta go to the bathroom mid body part, oh, that's the fucking worst. Little side note on that. That is the last fucking thing I want to do. Like if I was halfway through chest today and I had to make a bathroom break, ugh, it just totally throws off your game. It's like going to the bathroom in the pool, right? Because then you got to pull up your cold trunks. You're not in the zone anymore. Ugh. So I pretty much make it a habit to deal with all that kind of shit pre-lift. Like right when I go to the gym, straight to the bathroom, just so I don't have anything to fucking bother me. But yeah, like I'm saying, by the time you're fucking pumped, that's all you can do. Right? So I might even start doing. So I kind of just pick 11 sets, uh, not really arbitrarily per se, but it's just kind of a number that I picked within that range, which I feel like is effective. And for whatever reason, that just feels like a good number to me. But shit, man, maybe I should just be lifting and then doing as many sets as it takes to be fully pumped, and then be done. You know, like I was saying before, this shit isn't a perfect science, right? And if you can be open to new ideas, right, all the better for your progress. You know, I remember when I started lifting, I was doing every body part 3 times a week. I think I was doing push-pull legs, right? And I was doing 25 sets each lift for each body part, right? So back day ended up being 25 sets of back, right? I was doing a 5x5. So I'd pick 5 exercises and I would do 5 sets of each exercise, right? Now, sure, I made progress because just doing any physical activity in the weight room is probably going to give you progress, especially in the beginning of your your lifting journey, right? But if I were to keep doing that much volume now, I mean, it's just fucking, it's not necessary, because when I was doing that much volume, the sets were pretty much fluff sets in a sense. Like when I would move on to tricep pushdowns or something with a rope, I would do a set kind of light as like a feeler set, and then I go a little bit heavier and heavier and heavier, right? Like pyramiding up. I'm sure you know about that. Whereas now I've kind of adopted the mentality that like once you're warm, right? When you move on to a new exercise, I don't see the point in doing like a light set and then going a little heavier and then going a little heavier, right? Like as you can see in most of my, well, yeah, some muscles is a little different, but for most of my training videos, right, I start with as much weight as I can do for whatever muscle that is, and then as the lift goes on, the weight goes down, right, because I'm getting weaker, you know, like fucking chest started off heavy as fuck with that Smith bench, honestly a little too heavy. I don't really like to go below 8 reps, and then I had to go a little bit lighter because I mean I was fucking fatigued, and then I had to go a little bit lighter, and then I had to move to a machine which is less weight, right? And then I was doing cables and shit like that. Shoulders wasn't like that, but shoulders is a little different. I'm just trying to get them pumped up. But regardless of like what your split is or what your training methodology may be, right? As long as you're going hard and what you're doing makes like sense to you, if you can look at your workout plan and explain it to someone and have it actually make sense, it's probably gonna fucking work, right? But there's a lot of like kind of BS because anybody that's big can just say whatever and it'll make sense. Like it'll sound right, you know? Like if you see a personal trainer doing some weird exercise or something stupid, I don't know. I can't even think of a weird exercise right now because I don't even get them on my radar, right? But let's say you had a guy, jacked, and he's telling you to do, he's in a video and he's telling you, this is the greatest chest builder of all time. And it's like, he's doing a single leg or no, he's like standing on one leg, kneeling on the other, like doing a cable press. You know, the exercises specifically aren't special, right? All you're doing is trying to load the intended muscle with as much weight as you can for a lot of reps. You know, pretty much. Uh, I think what I've kind of heard is like 8 to 30 reps is going to be an effective set, as long as it's like pretty hard. You know, you hear a lot about like training to failure, and I think it kind of gets a little bit misconstrued. You know, because when I was doing that incline bench on the Smith, that was failure, right? I could not do any more. I had to rack it, you know. But once you start doing lighter weight, you can kind of keep doing partials, and you know the where you actually like reach failure is a little bit more vague, right? So in my mind, apart from like the compound lifts, which I pretty much try to get to failure on, once I move on to lighter shit, like with the dumbbell side raises or with the pec deck, you know, I'm pretty much just trying to do a set where I know that once I drop the weight, I'm like, all right, that was fucking good. I went fucking hard. As long as you can tell yourself and actually believe it that you went hard on a set, you probably did something good. So, home, vitamins, food, bed. Shit, what else? Full day of eating. Not happening tomorrow. It's gonna happen soon. Like it will. This bulk will not end without the full day of eating. But it is not. I'll I'll try to do it this weekend. But I mean, my word means nothing. I've said I was gonna do it for months. So just try and trust me. You will see a full day of eating. It will happen. I just can't promise when. All right. So, fuck. That's it. Hope you guys had a good lift today. If you had chest, make sure you fucking went hard. I will see you next time. And if you're not doing your cardio, you already know how I feel about you. All right. Later.